when Christ died on the cross, there wasn't just physical death. There was also uh, a period of time where he was separated from the other two persons of the Godhead. And we can see this reflected in Matthew 27, starting in verse 45, where it says, "Now from the sixth hour there was darkness all over the land unto the ninth hour. And at about the ninth hour Jesus cried with a loud voice, saying, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani," which is to say, my God, why have you forsaken me?" And some of those that stood there when they heard it said, "This man calls for Elijah." And straightway one of them ran, took a sponge, and filled it with vinegar, and put it on a reed, and gave it to him to drink. And this would serve to dull the pain a little bit. The rest said, "Let be, let us see whether Elijah will come to save him." Jesus, when he had cried again with a loud voice, released his spirit, and behold, the veil of the temple was torn in two from the top to the bottom, and the earth did quake, and the rocks were rent, and the graves were opened, and many bodies of the saints which slept arose and came out of the graves after his resurrection, and went into the holy city and appeared to many. Now when the centurion and those that were with him, watching Jesus, saw the earthquake and those things that were done, they feared greatly, saying, "Truly this was a Son of God." And notice in verse 51 what happens when Jesus dies. That veil of the temple that we saw spoken about in Hebrews 9 that blocks off the Holy of Holies is torn in two from the top to the bottom.